New York's classic rock. Q1043.
We have a couple of guests in the studio. First, Paul Shaffer, OC. And you've played, with the Stones.
I've played with yes, indeed.
You played with everyone, but including the Stones.
Various members of them. And then I guess, with all of them around the time of their induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which was, they had a rehearsal, I remember, the night before, because those were the days when there was still a jam session. Mm-hmm. So their rehearsal really was for naught, but boy, was it ever great. Well, that was when I got to play with the whole band. And then the next night, it didn't really happen that way at the actual show.
Well, the 12-12-12 concert for Sandy at Madison Square Garden.
Mick and Keith.
Yeah, but they were there at 10 o'clock in the morning for their sound check.
God bless them.
We're talking the biggest stars in the world and so professional.
Everybody was that. Well, now you bring up that amazing show when it was in the middle of the anthrax scare. Mm-hmm. And all these people were aware. A lot of Brits came to that thing to show their support of New York because, it was right after.
Well, that was the concert for 9/11.
Right after 9/11.
That was that one. And then there
but
was
everybody,
the 12-12-12.
The Who, and, the Who, the Stones, for goodness sake.
And they came back for the 12-12-12 concert for Sandy at Madison Square Garden years later. And Steve Walter, it's his legendary historic club, the Cutting Room, that we'll be talking about today. But Paul, I introduced you as Paul Shaffer, OC, because you do have that OC behind your name.
Well, you Googled me and found a Canadian.
Well, no, that's the Order of Canada.
Yes.
Is the highest civilian honor.
You are correct,
that
sir.
your country can bestow upon someone.
You are correct, sir.
But what an amazing honor that is.
It's wonderful, yes. And really...
and, Getty and Alex from Rush, they have an OC as well, so...
They certainly deserve it. I was talking, on the Letterman show, of course, for all those 33 years, and every night he engaged me in conversation, sometimes about Canada. Mm-hmm. And what can I say? They dug it up there. He portrayed it. He would kid me about it, but really they loved every second of it until they I somehow gave away on the air that I had gotten him a miniature version of the medal. It's an actual medal,
sure.
like King Charles would wear.
But you have one that you can put on your lapel.
And then there's the little tiny snowflake too. But this medal, Dave Letterman loved it. I said, well, he really deserved it for talking about it. I got him a little medal, and then he heard me talking about it on the show. You don't share that medal. You don't get one for somebody else.
For a pal, no.
Yeah, but it was a huge scandal.
But Paul Shaffer, your big break was in Toronto with Godspell, with their production of Godspell.
Well, that's it. Godspell, of course, you're going back to the early 70s, and it was a rock musical.
Right.
When these things were brand new on the scene.
Was Robin Lamont ever in the cast when you were doing it?
You're mentioning it. Boy, you got... You know everybody that I know.
No, well, I love her.
This was the original woman who sang Day by Day. Yeah. And why are you indicating this, a lovely gal that we have here on our panel?
Well, it's just Day by Day.
Did you ever do Godspell?
I never did Godspell, but I've done musicals.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But Day by Day,
that was a hit.
The hit from Godspell, that was sung by Robin Lamont on the original cast recording, and she was also in the film. And then she became an assistant district attorney in New York City. It's just amazing.
There's nothing I can tell you about anybody, anywhere. But yes, Robin Lamont was in the original cast of an off-Broadway show that became such a big hit that they had companies all over the world, including one in Toronto, and that's where I was. Mm-hmm. And I went and auditioned. I used to accompany people for auditions. I was just getting started, Mm-hmm. I went with a couple of girls that were going to sing a song from the show for Stephen Schwartz, a composer. This was his first show. Now he's the biggest, with Wicked. Mm-hmm. Of course. Mm. But this was his first show. He was up there casting, and when I played for these two girls, he said, I want to talk to that piano player, and he hired me that very day. And then I became a part of a company that included not only one of the girls I played for, Avril Chown, but now living in L.A., but also people that you may have heard of, like Gilda Radner was in this company. Andrea Martin, the funniest woman, I think, of all of them. Martin Short is a funny woman, too. Eugene Levy, this was the cast of it. Victor Garber, we're all still fast friends.
I know, and they went on to such amazing, great success. Oh, Maria Melito is here. She's
My
coming
favorite.
She's coming into the studio.
Oh, your favorite.
She hooked this up,
Yeah.
Maria Melito.
And so, Paul, you have played with more famous rock and pop and soul artists, more of them than probably anyone alive.
Maybe because of that opportunity that I had on the Letterman show, and then it led to these other shows and things that I got to do.
Every couple of months, I just have to go on YouTube and watch the performance of MacArthur Park.
Well, this was great, I must say, and I thank you for mentioning that. Towards the end of our run, of our 33-year run, Dave Letterman just started pulling out the stops, and he loved music way more than anybody would have given him credit for. He heard every note I played. But before we left, he said, I'd like to hear some things, put some numbers together before we leave this stage. One of them was John Mayer. If I could get him to come and do all the big, long version of Don McLean, American Pie, all 6.5 minutes, whatever it was. And that happened. John Mayer came and did the song. And I remember him talking to me the night before about what we should do to get where there's so many verses. And he was thinking, maybe we put some variety, take one of them slowly. And when he got there the day of, having rehearsed it himself, we just got to blast through it. He said, there were so many verses. But then the other one was MacArthur Park, and Will Lee, my great friend, and your friend too, for so many years.
When I was watching it,
he was my bass player on the show, and he sang it.
Right, he sang it, and I was saying, as we were getting toward the end, I was saying, is he going to be able to hit that note at the end? Is he going to be able to hit it? He hit it.
Well, not only did he hit it, but we had the great composer of the song,
Jimmy Webb,
with us on piano that day, because he's a New Yorker himself. At least he lives in this area. We've all gotten to know him. He's playing, what more could you ask for? And when we're listening to a playback, as we were rehearsing, you get to hear it sometimes. And he, Will went for that note at the end, and I don't know who else could have done it, but Jimmy Webb said to me, I had 3 girls to sing that note on the session, that.
With Richard Harris.
Yeah, it wasn't really Richard Harris. It was
Right.
3 studio vocalists.
Well, I saw Jimmy Webb at the Cutting Room, and Steve Walter
What a
is
segue.
here, and the Cutting Room.
Hi, Maria Melito.
The Cutting
Maria.
Room. The Cutting Room is his club. It is one of New York City's great, iconic music venues, and the food is good. There aren't many places to go sit down and have a really good meal and see a great musical performance.
That is true.
In town, and the atmosphere is one that is filled with conviviality. It's a friendly place, and you're here because you've got a big deal going on Thursday night.
29th. Yeah, it's our 25th anniversary. We
Thursday,
opened 1999.
Oh,
Thursday the
exciting.
29th. How many years?
It's getting into 26 now. We're celebrating 25th year anniversary.
And that's a long run.
Sure is.
For a music venue.
We got through Sandy, 9/11, COVID, blackout. It's been hell of a run.
So it's Thursday, January 29th at 7 o'clock. Paul's going to be the host.
Yes, and that's why we're here to talk
right.
about it. Now, you were a little shady there with how many years you've been open.
Right, we opened in November 1999. So
You all noticed it, didn't you? Well, how many years? How long have you been open?
He's
You didn't get
just
the
being
answer.
humble.
November
Well,
1999.
you changed locations. Is that
Yeah,
that
we
must
were on
be part of it?
24th Street for 10 years from 99 2009.
Right.
The lease was up. We moved to bigger, better space.
And the tickets will be $25.
Right.
That's $1 per year. That's
Exactly.
it. $25.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
And
you got a
what-
free T-shirt.
And what kind of and a free T-shirt. And,
Nice.
and what kind of celebration will
We got
people
a
expect?
lot of special musicians playing throughout the night. A lot of people want to jump in, so it's going to be
Like friends of friends of the club.
friends of the club,
Like
studio
who?
musicians, like Eddie Brigatti singing rock with Rocket Academy. Those kids are
Okay,
incredible.
Eddie Brigatti was one of the
For
Rascals. He
He's
sang
doing
How Can I Be Sure?
Oh, very
People
cool.
got to be free. And these kids from Rocket Academy are amazing.
People got. I wonder if I could play.
No,
How
definitely
can
could.
I be sure?
Definitely you could. Yeah.
I want to do that with him.
You're the host. You can do anything.
But that's like
Yep.
a childhood dream,
for
to
sure.
do How Can I? It's one of the most beautiful records of
It
all
is,
time.
I
I
Yeah.
agree.
So Eddie,
Yeah,
a great
Mark
friend of
Rivera's the
yours.
musical director, and he was just asked me if Paul wanted to play in anything. So
Mark
there you go.
Rivera plays with Billy Joel, doesn't he?
right.
Every,
Yeah,
at the
musical
Garden,
director.
all those shows.
That's right.
Yeah, Ringo Starr. Ringo Starr
Yeah,
as
both
well.
them. He's musical director, and a lot of surprises. Names I can't mention because they're not getting paid, so I
Right.
don't want to spill the beans.
Okay,
but,
well, we'll find out more when we
yeah,
come back.
exactly.
It's 8:17 here at the Cube. Well, the legendary Paul Shaffer is with us,
Oh, you're too kind.
and Steve Walter, who owns the Cutting Room. You have refused to give up. You have a place that has an important role in the artistic life of the community. A lot of places that seem to be better capitalized did not make it through the pandemic. You did. You never gave up. You have a great place for people to go on 32nd Street. It's right by Park Avenue. It's close to the subway.
right,
I mean, it's
the 6.
a great place. So, 25th anniversary celebration is Thursday, January 29th. What should people do? How do they get their tickets?
You can go out on our website and buy tickets, or you can get them at the door. Either one, $1 a year.
It's a good deal.
25.
good deal.
Is it? I would say that my wife Kathy sort of inspired this.
Yeah, Kathy totally encouraged me to do this.
Yes, and she also encouraged you to charge more.
Yeah,
than-
she wants to work the door. She won't let anybody get by.
Yeah, first of all, you let in way too many people for free.
Well,
that's true. I agree.
I went there. I went there one night, and the hostess was Simon Kirk's wife.
Oh, right, Maria. They met at the Cutting Room. He was playing with Ronnie Wood that night, and he goes, "Steve, what's the deal, Maria?" And the next thing I know, they're living together. And I was a groomsman at the wedding, but it was he was playing with Ronnie Wood, Mick Taylor, Al Cooper on organ.
Okay, now I want our friends to understand what it was that he just said. Okay,
Yeah.
Ronnie Wood faces Rolling Stones. Mick Taylor, Rolling Stones during what might have been their most amazing era. The most amazing era.
Right.
And then, who else did you
Al
mention?
Cooper on B3, Hammond B3.
Who Blues Project, and then created Blood, Sweat, and
Yeah,
Tears.
wrote This Diamond Ring.
Right, for Gary Lewis and the Playboys.
Yeah.
And one of the members of Gary Lewis and the Playboys ended up in Derek and the Dominoes. So it's a small
Yeah,
world.
that was,
Wow.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that song's going to be in my head now.
and Gary Clark Jr.
I shouldn't
guested
have
one
said
night.
Which
with
one,
him.
Layla?
It's a
No.
small world. I said it's
I thought it was gonna be
It's
This
a
Diamond
small
Ring.
world after all.
No.
It's a small world after all.
the point that
Now
the
it's
point
in
that
all
I,
our heads.
the point that I was trying to make, Steve, is that even if you don't know what's going on, there are sometimes amazing surprises
Yep.
and really well-known, top-notch, world-famous artists who are on your stage in your small little intimate venue.
True. We've had Billy Joel twice. We had Joe Nivers every Wednesday for 4 years. Dave Chappelle did 7 nights for SNL. A lot of SNL parties. We get them live band karaoke.
Ooh.
So Pete Seeger had 300 people singing "Turn, Turn, Turn." That was certainly a highlight. So those kind of things happen. People show up in like the old days.
And Paul, your familiar job as musical director.
No, I'm
You're going to
not-
be the host, but
I'm
you're
gonna
familiar.
emceeing the musical director. We covered that.
I know.
Mark Rivera.
I know. I said.
Yeah.
You didn't let me finish.
Okay. Oh, allow me to finish. I'm sorry. You're still going to allow me to finish.
In your familiar role as musical director, you have known almost all of these people who are being mentioned, who've been on that
And
stage.
I've been around a super long time. But yes, as you were saying, I met you 51 years ago.
Yes.
When we were in the studio with Barry Manilow
Yes.
and Ron Dante, his producer.
Yep.
So, talk about knowing everybody. And there was a time when I would see you, you would sometimes stay up late and attend the Saturday Night Live parties
Yeah.
with huge bags under your eyes. Because, of course, you were up the next morning at,
Yeah.
at 3
I want to hear
a.m.
more of these stories.
Yeah, that was the original cast.
Yeah.
The original cast days.
No, tell us more.
Yeah,
Paul.
I know.
yeah, Paul, you
Don't
just
stop
kind of
there.
shocked Trevor, the producer, because he knows Jim now, who never goes out because,
He stayed up past 8.
Well,
he
said-
stayed up past 8 back in the day. No
Well,
one
who
believes
does?
it.
You know.
Yeah.
He says he never goes out.
Paul.
He's seems to be everywhere still.
There are some secrets about that era.
Yes.
I'm not
we're
giving
gonna
them
get to
away.
the bottom
Don't
of
ask,
it.
don't tell.
We've done a lot of those after parties.
We're waiting for the book.
Yeah.
I saw Ian Lloyd
Oh, yeah.
of Stories, do Brother Louie on your
Yeah,
stage,
absolutely.
along with his son,
Yeah.
and his voice still sounded perfect.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was John Ford of
Oh, yeah,
the Straubs.
Yeah, sure, a lot of that. And Bill Clinton did a thing there with music in the schools. George W. Bush, we had John Lewis, Carolyn Kennedy, so many of those people as well.
Okay, so
Politics.
where
That
can-
must have been a hell of a jam session.
so
Carolyn Kennedy.
So, Jim,
Yeah.
can I just say,
Clinton
you know,
on sax.
Steve's very humble about it, but the cutting room, I always say, is a jewel in New York City because so many music clubs and music rooms, as you know, have closed over the years. And to go to a show at the cutting room, and you just never know who might show up. Chad Smith from the Chili Peppers might go on stage and start drumming with somebody. So he doesn't realize, because he's so humble, that what a great jewel and what a gift it is to us to have the cutting room.
Well, that's what I'm trying to drag out of him because I know.
He's humble.
I know that.
And he's a musician too, so you might see him on stage playing.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
He's a conceptualist.
Okay.
He is.
You know, he figured out to do that wonderful
Carnaby
show
Street
that I saw
Girls.
the other day, Carnaby Street Girls.
Amazing. His idea.
Yeah. The women of the British invasion, yeah.
Yeah.
Cilla Black.
Which
They
he
did
played.
Cilla Black and Sandy Shaw, Petulia Clark, Dusty Springfield, all that.
Great.
His concept,
And
his
Mike
idea.
Cornell Lulu.
What a cool idea.
Cutting Room 25th Anniversary Celebration, Thursday, January 29th, 7 p.m., hosted by Paul Schaefer.
That's a week from this Thursday, isn't it?
Yes,
a week
a
from
week- yeah.
Thursday.
Tickets are $25.
Anyone might show up, is your point.
It's 9
Jim.
days
Yes.
away.
Yeah.
Yes, and the cutting room is at 44 East 32nd Street in Manhattan. Steve Walter, congratulations to you.
Thanks
By
so
the way, the
much.
baked potato soup is
I
just...
remember you. Potato soup and steak.
Yeah.
Like, I remember.
Yeah, baked potato soup and a steak.
There
and
you go.
And a rock show.
Try the veal is what
You
you're
can't
saying.
ask for anything more.
Try the veal and come out a week from Thursday and celebrate this wonderful, celebrate live music.
Thank you.
Yes.
keep live
It's
music
really
alive.
like
Keep
celebrating
live
live
music
music
alive. Yay
in New
to
York.
the cutting room.
Yes,
Yeah.
and, we,
Yeah.
and,
Hear, hear.
and that comes from us. We believe in keeping live radio.
That's
live.
exactly right.
Guaranteed human.
Okay, keep
Yes.
New York radio live.
That's right.
We are
It's the
guaranteed.
only way.
We're guaranteed human,
That's right.
not an algorithm.
That's
More
right.
than
Not
that.
AI.
Steve Walter, Paul Schaefer, thanks for coming
Thanks
by
for
and
having
hanging
us.
out with us
Thank
for
you.
this half hour. It's time to find out what's going on in the world.
New York's classic rock. Q1043.